It says go live. That means we're
You're
on.
live.
Greetings, family. Hi, how y'all doing? Welcome to another one of Prank 26 UB2Bs. It is the 21st.
Think so.
You think so?
I think so.
I don't know what day it is. Does it matter? It's Saturday. No, I think the 21st, 2019. You know, when there's a lot on your mind, it's kind of hard to remember the easy things. Anyways, I welcome you to our study. I want you to know that everything that we say tonight is in my opinion, solely in my opinion. And this is a speculative investment that we study together. And because it's a speculative investment, there's absolutely no date and no rate to be given. What there is analytical thoughts of our reports that we share with you, with our teams. So you can see that I'm traveling. I apologize about that. It's been a long day for me today, but I'm glad that I'm with you here. And on this day, it was a bit of a special day, wasn't it? I just realized that I cannot see the questions. Isn't that amazing? You know?
Go to your app instead of
Isn't
where you
that
are.
amazing? Go to my app, you say? Hold on a second, family, because what I'm trying to do is I have my iPad here, and I'm going to be answering questions tonight from KTFA Premium, and I need to set that up, and I just can't seem to find the app because I don't normally do this. My wife does. So bear with me. What does it look like? Do you know what it looks like, Tig?
White box with a red arrow or red box with a white arrow. I'm not sure.
Red arrow. YouTube, I found it. Got it. Okay, now it's on. What I'm trying to do is set up YouTube on my iPad. And this ain't coming on either.
Hit your button up there in the corner.
Copy. Thank you. Or should I do that one?
Now hit your channel.
My channel. Bear with me.
Hit live.
Live.
Turn left.
And I believe, my goodness gracious, it worked. I'll be darned. Thank you, Jan. Thank you, sweetheart. It looks like the last post that somebody made was Dean Wilson. What's the good word? And then aloha. I think I'm all caught up. Now, if this navigator will just shut up, we can talk. Do you need the navigation, Jen?
I can look at it.
Okay. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. All right. There's absolutely no need to talk about Iran anymore, is there? Nah. I think what there is a need is to understand, in my opinion, what's going on with the monetary reform. We've done our very best to guide you and to tell you the things that we project, in our opinion. And I think we've been rather successful because the things that we tell you, they're happening within 24 hours. And sometimes it takes, maybe up to 3 days or so. And that's encouraging because that tells me that our teams, our opinion, our study, our evaluations of the CBI's moves with the monetary reform that we call the lava flow, you can't stop it, is rather spot on. Now, before we talk about that, but what was it that we're looking for today on Saturday? No, I'm not looking for Rosh Hashanah. No, I'm not. Okay. Yeah, we're going to make this one quick. So, with that in mind, let me just get straight to the point. Number one, I'm not too I'm impressed. Today, there seemed to, and every day something seems to be happening. Today, there were some experts in the United States of America that came out. In fact, there's a Koch, Koch. You can Google his report on it. He said, look, as far as what Donald Trump is doing, I think we made a mistake. Really? What do you mean by that? Well, I think we were wrong about the tariffs. Cooch, are you sure you want to say this publicly? Yeah. Cooch, you tore this man apart. Yeah. But by George, it's working. No, by Trump. Yeah, I know, Frank, that was your joke yesterday. Come on, mate. Be original, huh? Well, by golly, George. by golly, it's working. And I noticed that this morning, not just once, but 3 times in the media, in the news. By the way, I only watch OAN. I only watch OAN. OAN. The other stations, I'm a minority, and a minority has to walk and talk a certain way. You have to. You have no choice. I know prejudice when I see it. Anyways, Cooch, what you're saying, your word is heavy, and it does come across, important in the business world. So you're telling me that you believe, in your opinion, that what Donald Trump is doing with the tariffs and what he's doing, like with China and all these other countries, is now good? Yeah. I mean, our estimate fell short. It fell short. Yeah, what Trump is doing, it's working. Then a poll comes out today and says that 63% of the American citizens are now saying there's been a dramatic shift. You see, that's number 2. I told you there's 3 of them. There's a paradigm shift. And a paradigm shift is actually well calculated and escorted. Nobody has to force the American citizens to understand and agree with what Trump is doing. Nobody. And yet, interestingly enough, the Democrats, and I'm not being political, because if you're Democrat, God bless you. If you're Republican, God bless you. You know what I am? I'm a Christian. I could care less either direction. But I do admire what this man, what's his name, President Donald Trump is doing. Very interesting. Because then I see the other side. You got a whole panel, Democratic people that are literally, they're literally pinning this man up to the wall with poison darts. And they're asking him, hey, Lewandowski, so come on, man, give it up, talk to us, help us. We're trying to impeach Donald Trump. And not only that, but then all of a sudden today, number 3, you get a whistleblower from yesterday that I made fun of and mocked. And today it turns out that, hey, whistleblower, you ain't got nothing to stand on. Shut up. Our president has the right to say, do certain. He didn't disclose anything about our nation. And the reason I bring this up, family, is because I've told you many times. Look at me. I've told you. There are those that do not want the reinstatement of the Iraqi dinar. All you have to do is look at a period of 8 years, and you'll know who it is. So, Cooch comes out and says, we were wrong. This guy's working. This man is crazy, but it's working. And then there are ads. There are ads across this nation, from the East Coast to the West Coast, from the North to the South, that are telling the American citizens that we have to impeach Donald Trump. A man that is setting records left and right for our nation, our economy, and not only that, but is attracting the interest of the communist world to not be so communistic. You see, communism could give a squat about you or anybody else, especially their citizens. What citizens? It is the state. That's it. There's nothing else. But now all of a sudden, there's a paradigm shift. And it's all because of what this knucklehead is doing. I wish he would do it with less knuckleheadness, but he's doing it. And this is a mighty powerful report, doggone it, that came out today, and the international world took great interest in it. And they see the ads across the face of the United States, where it's only the Democrats that are trying to stop this amazing, historical, economic, global success. One knucklehead, Donald Trump, caused this? How many knuckleheads does it take to stop this? Well, I found 3 today. Massive advertising across the face of the United States of America to impeach him. You've got this poor man, Lewandowski, that wants to go ahead and do his thing with the president, but no, they got to tear him apart, and they got to, come on, man, help us, tell us, squeal on him. Come on, turn into a pig. Come on, squeal, boy, squeal. Say anything, man, we need something. And then you got whistleblowers, blowing what? No, I can't say that. So I am just flabbergasted. I am in shock of what I'm seeing right before my eyes in this country, because it's freaking embarrassing. So embarrassing that and I don't want this. I want the Democratic Party to be successful, represent the United States of America. I want the GOP. I want the Republicans to do well, represent us. You got Minnesota. I don't even know the guy's name. What was that Democrat from Minnesota that all of a sudden today he said, you know what? I am a Democrat, but I'm going to vote Republican from now on. Yeah. What? Yeah, Trump's, wow. Okay, that's interesting. You got a guy in California by the name of Governor Gavin Newsom, who is becoming the enemy of the citizens of California. The citizens of California told this Democrat, you crazy. You crazy, man. Get out of here. So they took a petition and they'll put it to vote, and he'll get out. They'll kick him out of there. There's a paradigm shift. It's occurring from nonsense to business. Business. Production. Anyways, really, let's get on to the dinar, please. That's why we are here. How about that, Tink? I'm being told what to do on my own program.
Bye-bye.
They don't even understand the logic of why I'm presenting what I'm presenting. Well, you know what? You're absolutely right. There's no reason for me to give you this, is there? You're so right. Hold on a second. Especially this, right? You don't want that, do you? I'll tell you what you want. Here's what you want. You ready? I'll give you what you want. I'll get the hell out of here. I don't take that kind of stupidity, nonsense, insults. You think I'm wasting my time? You have no idea what I've done today. This is plotted out to be presented to you so you can think about it, not complain about it. Trust me, my days are coming to an end with you. I'm sorry, but people aren't paying you for your information, and the people that aren't paying you for your information, they should be quiet and listen to you and be, oh, is that a good person? By the way, I'm not charging anybody. You got to listen to a commercial. Big deal, I made 3 pennies. Do you get the feeling that I'm kind of sensitive about my teams and my intel and what I share with you, family, and that if and even if it's one person, I don't have to waste my time. In fact, when I come back on, and so, and that's your report. I hope you enjoyed it. How about, what do you think about that, huh? What's today, Jan? From Saturday?
Yes.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, I don't even want to share that. Let's forget about it. Here we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Let's just get to this. I will analyze it if you want, because I think you need that, okay? What were you expecting today? What were you expecting today? For the citizens to start to have visual aids about the monetary reform, about the reinstatement of their currency. And check this one out, Tink. I can't believe that after all these years, do they know I bleed, Jen?
No.
Do they know I bleed?
No.
Do you know I bleed?
Yes.
Do you think they care?
No.
No, they don't care. I can't believe, Frank, that after all these years, you are letting that knucklehead upset you. Just ignore that bozo and not deprive us of the benefit of your long hours to help us. Yes, Heavenly Father, I understand. Greetings, Frank. Are you okay now?
Yep.
Greetings, Frank. Firefly 77 says that today they dealt with their phase 2. Do you know what phase 2 is of the monetary reform? If you do, that's good. That's real good, because you have to understand what phase 2 is in order to understand all that I'm about to read to you. And it's long, by the way. I hope you have time. Firefly says that the seminar today that they had in those that they had in all the banks in Iraq dealt with their phase 2. It's all about real banking. You see, they brought the citizens in and they're showing us the usage of the cards that they gave us and the advantage of using these cards, because now we can go outside of our country with these cards and wire internationally. This is what is being explained to us. We know that the banks can do this, but now we as citizens are international. What is the requirement of the IMF, KTFA, Kona, in order for them to be international? They have to have an international rate, correct? They have to be Article 8, correct? Do you understand that the private banks have told the citizens that they can wire transfer out of their country now with the equipment that they gave them? They went to the seminars and they talked to them and they told them the cards and the advantage and the usage of these cards and what could be done. They showed a 30-minute video in all of these banks. And not only in the banks, but they showed this 30-minute video on television too. This is getting ridiculous, Jen.
That's where it's telling me to go.
Anyway, we just went, in a huge, gigantic circle. You okay? I'm proud of you, okay?
How do you do?
Nothing to be proud of about me. They showed a 30-minute video in the banks and on the television throughout the day. And as we waited, they showed it to us to play it over and over. But it only one time. Oh, here's the next part. But, Mr. Frank, it was only one time in this video that they showed us once again the photos, the visual aids, the photos of the previous photos of coins. Now, do you remember that I held up those coins and I showed to you, Kona? And I said, you see these coins? This is what they're showing them on the billboards. This is what they're showing them on TV and on that flatbed truck. And I believe that when they go in there this Saturday, today, that the phase 2 would start to use the visual aids to teach them about the new small category notes and the fills. Mr. Frank, they showed us a 30-minute video. When we went into the bank, they made us sit down and they said, watch this. Television. Not only did we see it in the bank, but all the citizens in Iraq saw this 30-minute video from the CBI to us, telling us, starting by saying, remember the cards? Yeah. Bring them. Next time you come into the bank, because we want you to use them from now on. And if you want to wire any of your money, any of your currency that you have in your account outside of our country to somewhere outside of Iraq, you can do it, and it's being done on real time, instant. Ladies and gentlemen, Article 8, International Standard Status. Vietnam is international. But Vietnam's currency is worthless, pretty much. It's very low. How is it that Vietnam can have a worthless currency and be traded on the international markets when the Iraqi dinar is also worthless? So it's traded on international markets, is it not? Not at international standards, and not at an international rate. It was a mandate by the IMF to the CBI in their phase 1, excuse me, that's a different one, in the 4 part of the 4 year that they had the plan to reinstate their currency. It says very clearly, you have to raise the value of your currency in order to enter the international market. We know you can enter it with a low rate. You're already there at penny stock, but we don't play that game no more. You understand? Yes, we do, says the CBI. So the CBI did everything necessary, and they went international. They hooked up with all their banks inside of Iraq, with banks around the world, to do what they have to do. Then today, they tell the citizens, come in, please, sit down. Watch this 30-minute video. For those of you that did not come in, all in Iraq, watch this. Hey, did you miss it? No worries. We play it throughout the day. In that 30-minute video, they showed them and talked to them about their cards, how to get loans, how to come in, open accounts, how to use those MasterCards to wire transfer instantly, the definition of real time, why they are international, because of real time. I'm going to retract. Mr. Frank, they showed us a 30-minute video while we were in the bank, and they showed it on television all day. As we waited, it played over and over, but only one time did it show photos of the previous photos of the coins. They just said that soon they would be coming back like before, but this was about virtual banking and where Iraq is heading to in the future. Even talked about the digital employee in one of the banks. Already we were able to do fake transactions on the screens, so we have practice and we know what to do on the screens to see these transactions in front of us that will be allowed from now on with our cards when they give us the go in the coming days. They told us that we can pay our bills from now on with these cards. We can deposit, we can have checking balance, even investing. We asked about the small category notes and the fills like you told us to ask, Mr. Frank. Wendy, is she Araro? How do you say it? Arotaro? Arotero? From Mililani. You're from Mililani, huh? She just put on it. She says, "Ooh, chee-hoo." That's right, sister. Chee-hoo. If I was to do it, I'd break every window in this car. Because they taught them everything we told you that they were going to teach them. How to pay their bills, how to wire transfer out of their country, how to make deposits and open checking accounts, how to have move their balances, their ATM machines, these MasterCards and Visa cards that will be coming out. They even said to them, hey, remember those coins? Yeah. Here they are again, visual aids. Well, can we see the real ones? Yeah. When? Mr. Frank, we asked about these, the new small category notes and the fills like you told us to. And then we asked the teller again these questions, and the teller said, look, now pay close attention. I'm only going to read this twice. So when my fireflies asked the teller, who knows us very well, knows what's going on with our study, well, what about the new small category notes? We see the coins, but those aren't the fills, are they? No, but they're telling you they're going to be coming out very soon with those fills and the new small category notes, right? Yeah, but those are the old ones. We want to see the new ones. Wait. So, Mr. Frank, we asked about the small category notes, and then we asked when, again, the teller said, this is the rollout schedule of phase 2. The teller says, you have to understand the teller's been updated. Today is Saturday. The teller said to us, Mr. Frank, that this is the rollout schedule. This is the rollout schedule of phase 2 today. Today, they said, today, this Saturday, this, wait for it. Wait for it. Because those are the coins, right? No, not those, but we're telling you that, you know, the fills are coming. Well, can we see the real ones? You know, what's the, why show it again? Mr. Frank, we asked about this new small category notes and the fills. And again, when the teller said that this is the rollout schedule of phase 2, and he said to us, this is the last of the education phase. This is the last of the education phase. So they really didn't answer our question, Mr. Frank, but we understand. The television showed the same thing we saw at bank. Oh, okay. So the television showed the same thing that we saw at the banks today. However, the turnout at our banks was actually lower than we expected, and that's why they broadcasted it on television. It was let's see, the turnout was lower than we expected, but they put it on the billboards. This 30-minute this 30-minute phase 2 ending of education from the CBI to the citizens, not only in the banks and on TV, but they put it up on the bulletin boards and the TV, and I can see why. I can see why. That's a good. Look at that. And I can see why, man. You can't fool me, sucker. I can see why. Oh, that's funny. I can see why. Anyways, it was really informative, Mr. Frank. I like it. I like it very much. Yeah, we learned. I mean, yeah. And, excited about the fact that they showed us once again the coins. They're not lying, Mr. Frank. They're not reneging. They're not changing their minds. You see, it's some kind of a schedule, they told us. Ladies and gentlemen, I've told you many times, don't try to figure out the date. They have a date. They know what they're doing. They're following a certain path. All we did was to do our very best to guide you through it. We got the first week right, got the second week right. I feel we got the third week right too. Now let's see what happens in the fourth week next week, huh? Or for that matter, I mean, every day. Anyway, so yeah, Mr. Frank, all of this, and they're showing it on the TV and the flatbeds and up on the electronic billboards. The same thing that we saw today at the banks. However, the turnout at our banks was surprisingly lower than we thought. But with the billboards and the TV that they put it on, I can see why. What he means by that is that most of the citizens anticipated they would be on TV. Everything's put on TV, so they probably stayed there to watch it instead. Continuing, Mr. Frank, it was really informative. But all about Iraq future banking and the advantage for citizens. But we never saw the visual aids as we wanted to see them. The new small category notes in the fills, but we did see the coins, and they said that the others would come, and okay, so it's all encouraging. But really encouraging, they said, this is the end. Really? This phase is coming to an end. The education to us? Yeah. Well, what they mean is that they'll always educate them constantly, but phase 2 is over with. Oh, is there a phase 3? But we never saw the visual aids as we wanted to. Just one segment of that video, the 30-minute video, and photos of the old coins saying these will return. Yeah. Can you believe that, man? On television, on the billboards. Uh-oh, I just turned off the volume. Hold on a second. Golly.
It's on the bottom left.
Bottom left doesn't mean anything. Yes, it does. Praise God. Thank you, babe. I think I turned it back on. Sorry, I turned off the volume by accident. But can you imagine, family? A 30-minute video. Whoa, this thing is vibrating like crazy. Wow, I just noticed it's been vibrating all this time like crazy. Let's see if there's some way that I can stop that vibration. Hold on, family. There. Can you imagine? I mean, the citizens know. And that's why he said, we know. We know. Oh my God, it just shut down again. I've had a very, very interesting day, haven't I? Alrighty, so can you imagine All these billboards. All these, this video that was played over and over and over again in Iraq. And what's on it? Oh dear God, I just turned it off again. I'm struggling, family. Hang in there with me. It's just not easy. And there goes the volume again. What is this? What's his name? Rami. Get rid of people left and right. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Oh my, look at the volume just keeps disappearing. And on top of that, this thing was no longer, what's the word I want to say? Anchored. There goes the volume again. There goes the volume again. Look, I'm just going to hold this camera with my hand like this, okay? Here's what I want to tell you. Can you imagine? You see, the people knew what was going to happen today. They were told. And they get this 30-minute video. And in that 30-minute video, there's the coins again. Oh my goodness, they're not lying. No, they're not. Well, this isn't what we wanted to see. We want to see the new small category notes and the fills, the real ones. I'm glad that you're telling me that they're there. I'm glad you're telling me they're coming. But I really want to see them. Yeah, September's not over with, is it? Mr. Frank. Oh, for God's sakes. Here. We never saw them as we wanted to see, but just one segment of video in that 30-minute video about photos of the old coins saying to us, these will return. And that was it. Nothing what we had anticipated, Mr. Frank. It was basically a promotion of education in real banking advantages for the citizen. That's right. One step at a time. One phase at a time. Do you understand that if this is phase 2, that means phase 1 has been done, hasn't it? Yeah. You see, we called it the first part, the first article from the CBI to the citizens. It turned out that it was from the CBI to the merchants and the banks. Then we have what we call the second article from the CBI to the citizens. Yeah, it looks like it was in a video, in a video form. Here, so you can read this part. So in the video itself, they tell them, yeah. Look, we just want you to make sure that you got everything down. Do you understand how to use our banks? Yeah. Do you understand how to use our electronic teller? Max Headroom here. Huh? Yeah. Okay. You know how to use the cards? Yeah. And the ATM machines? Yeah. Okay. So you know how to use everything, right? Yeah. Our banks? Yeah. You know how to wire? Yeah. Did you experiment with Max Headroom? Yeah. Make wire? Yeah, we did. Okay. Were you successful? Yeah, I sent 100 million to my uncle in Denver. No, I don't have 100 million, but I pretend. But it worked. My uncle said, "Hey, I just got an email telling me that you sent me some money. Testing, right? Is that you, boy?" Yeah, that was me. We international, uncle. Hey, uncle, we say international, uncle. International. Okay. And they also told them, listen, that was phase 1, okay? This is phase 2 that's ending, okay? Guess what phase 3 will give you? What? What you're asking for? It wasn't anything that we had anticipated, but basically a promotion of education in real banking advantage for the citizens. Citizens of Iraq, get this down. Forward and backwards. Don't let it fail. Don't you fail this. Know it by memory, forward and backwards. Practice it at home. Get one of your family members to be the teller, and you practice with them. Use your card. Get to feel that card. Get to know that card. If you can go into the banks of Iraq and get the forms that are necessary for you to do wire transfers internationally, go get them. Take them home. Read them, study them, practice it amongst yourselves. Get ready, because you are being given a tool to build something. You, Iraqi citizens, not me, you. Don't fail this, and don't let them fail you. Know this phase 2, forward and backwards. Understand it. If they ask you a question, you can answer it confidently. Okay? Now, if you got the tool down, if you know how to use the hammer, the CBI, I promise, they will give you the nails so you can rebuild your country economically. Don't be afraid. Mr. Frank, basically it was promotion of education, of real banking, because you are entering a real banking environment. It's a real banking advantage for all of our citizens. They're telling it all looked very good, and we were impressed, to be honest with you, Mr. Frank. But when all this when all this going to occur? When, Mr. Frank? They didn't tell us. There really wasn't a direct answer of when they're going to give us, what we want. But it seems like that might be next. It was not. When will this occur? Was not said. It just said this was the last of the education phase of the new banking sector. No more seminars. No more soup. Nope. No more seminars. Now come on. Come on. Let me tell you where it's at. Now, come on. Hey, come on, family. You understand? Doggone it, Mr. Frank. It wasn't what we wanted. But it was interesting. Yeah, I like it. It was very educational. Really? You want me to memorize this, Mr. Frank? Know this forward and backwards, right? It's a tool. Like a hammer? And they're going to give me the nails? Dun, 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 dun. No, stop it. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, Frank. Oh, what does Iran? Oh, what does politics have anything to do? Oh, Frank, you're such a, no, Frank. Oh, just give me what I want, man, and let me get out of here. Okay. I don't think I read this or showed you the last part, so there you go. You can enjoy it. Yeah, so education phase of the new banking sector. No more seminars. No more seminars. Well, then you know what's next. They stated not sure where this leads to next, but we will give you more as we get it from them. Yes, you will. Yes, you will. Oh, and then I sent them a message because I said, look, do me a favor. I said, it really, it was very encouraging. Yeah, no doubt. Thank you for it was very encouraging that they said this, that this is the last of the education. Thank you very much, you guys. You're welcome. Oh, we're back. Hi. Anyways, that's my report to you. I can talk to you more. Our teams. In fact, you saw Angel One come into team chat today, didn't you? You saw what he said into our premium team chat. You saw what he said. Yeah, we found it. What he said. You saw Walking Stick on the forum today. And you saw Delta too tell you all, hey, I'm here. What's the matter with you? And we talked, and we have a lot more to share with you. But right now, I'm going to stop. We'll do our UB2B again tomorrow. Normally, you know what? No. There won't be a YouTube tomorrow. No. No. And normally I leave you Friday and Saturdays on YouTube, and I go over to my forum so that I can answer them their questions directly. Last week we stayed here. We stayed here and we answered. God. And we answered all these questions from our forum. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to stay here so that our YouTube people can see or hear these answers. By the way, that's interesting that you'll be able to hear these answers. I'm just curious. I'm sorry if I acted the way I acted right now, but I won't take it no more, and you know that. I'm tired. This is coming to an end. You're not gonna need me anymore. If you want to stick around and help us to do, God's work around the world at KTFA, you're welcome to. You're welcome to. But when, you know what? If they show them the visual aids, which is the next whatever, that should be the time I should say goodbye to you. It should be. You don't need me anymore after that. Alrighty, so Claire, I can see, I can read. I'm on. Go ahead, Claire. Hit me with KTFA premium questions. Start. By the way, family, can y'all stop chatting? Do you mind? At least let me see the question. Once I see the question, then you can. Here it is. Let me read it, and then once stop chatting. Hold on. Stop, please. Question from Shaggle. Okay, pretty please for sugar on top. Stop posting so that this thing does not move up and I have to chase it. Thank you kindly. And you're not going to do that. All right, let me chase it. I told you, Question from Snag Doodles. Hey, Snag, how you doing? Does the government of Iraq's 2020 fiscal year start on 10/1/2019? Fiscal year? Yes. Their calendar year starts on January the 1st. Their financial year, which is their fiscal year, yes. What else is supposed to happen on that day, by the way? Can you guys wait for them? No? Okay. Next question. What the? Whoa. Boy, Rami got after some 1, 2, 3, 4. He got rid of a bunch of people, Tink. You go, Rami. You go. Let's see. I'm looking for the second question. Claire, put up the second question when you have time. In the meantime, I see some questions here. Like, for example, So that they pick up an education minister now? You mean yet? No, they have not. They already have him. Stop worrying about him. Thank you, Frank, for excellent report. Okay, you're welcome. Bro, what the Frank is this? Okay, Master Spielf. Get rid of him, please. We don't need to waste our time. Anybody that gets, nasty, like what the WTF, seriously, get rid of them. Go rummy. I'm looking for question number 2. Question number 2. It's from Stevens. He says, does the NASDAQ Iraqi Stock Exchange contract signed on September the 1st, 2019, which formally requires full Iraqi Stock Exchange compliance 30 days before going live, also requires that the Iraqi Stock Exchange on October the 1st, 2019 is mandatory? I don't understand your question. You're giving me two statements and then a question at the end. I don't understand your question. So let's take our time and see if we can help you. Does the NASDAQ ISX contract signed on September the 1st, 2019, which formally requires full ISX compliance 30 days before the going live, also require that the Iraqi Stock Exchange appear on October the 1st, 2019 is mandatory? No, it's not mandatory. Nobody would sure be stupid after they signed this and all of a sudden now they decide that no, they're not going to be involved in it. You made a commitment to go international with NASDAQ. Yeah, go ahead and lie to them. Go ahead and tell them that, well, yeah, we're going to be international by this date. We be set, so we'll do some business, okay? And then what does NASDAQ do? They spend all their time. I mean, money is important, You don't waste money, and time is money. And then they put all those commercials, 2 of them, on their big NASDAQ board about you guys, and then you're not going to show up? Yeah. Nothing that you asked, if I understood it, is mandatory. But man, they better do it. Next question. I'm looking for question number 3, Claire. Oh, here's a question. Here's question 3. But in our YouTube. So, are they considered real time, or is that to come very soon? To come very soon. Thank you for that question. Question number 3 from Alora of KTFA Premium. Will there be a formal announcement of purchasing power for Iraq citizens? And look, one question at a time, please, okay? Thank you. And will we be able to know of it instantly? Okay, let's take the first question. Will there be a formal announcement of purchasing power for Iraq citizens? Of course not. It's none of your business. It has nothing to do with you. Are you an Iraqi citizen? Their time, money, equipment, communications will be spent solely for their citizens. It has nothing to do with you. You wait. Because once the citizens have heard the announcement that they are Article 8, and they'll be the first to hear it, you'll be asleep more than likely, then the rest of the world will talk about it. They will talk about it. The democratic problems will just disappear. Oh God, no! I've got to shut up. I don't want to talk. So, the answer to your question. The citizens will know. You sure as heck won't know, but you're gonna know about it when you wake up. And you say instantly. Well, yeah, communication, instant. Yeah, right. Okay. Next question. Question number 4. Question number 4 from C Shivers from KTFA Premium. In my opinion, since Iraq is international, is it possible to invest in the country via bonds offered? Or, okay, again, one question at a time, please, okay? Um, no. But when they sell their bonds, jump on it if that's what you want. They do them every now and then. They project a certain amount and then they put them out for sale. And yeah, the stock market loves those. They don't like the penny stock of 1190 or whatever it is. There's no profit in that. They love those stocks. But they haven't really been using too many of theirs. They've been using the American stocks. But yeah, I believe that you can definitely invest in those bonds. I was saying stocks. I'm sorry, in those bonds. I thought about it, but again, like I said, at my age, I'm not going to go and look for those, chronic investments. I want an acute investment. And like I told you before, I know what companies are pouring in. That's of no interest to me. Yeah, they're going to do great. Everyone's going to make a lot of money. But I want the things that Iraq needs. You see, there's a difference between the things that Iraq wants and what Iraq needs. Oh, shoot, I lost my other note. Okay, or part 2 of this question, it says, or is that for government only? Well, it is for government, but when they sell them, that's, for public sale. Question number 5. Look at this, Tink. Can somebody tell me why this stream is so popular and nobody understands what in the world is going on? I'm telling you, family, when this is over with, there'll be the evidence of these, video. My God, how did he know? And look at it, and he told him so. Oh, by the way, they showed him the coins in the audio video, not the new ones, but they told him these coins are coming back. Therefore, your fills are coming back, right? And your new small category notes. And then when they asked them, well, that's nice, but when the new small category notes? This is the end of the phase 2 of your education, so more than likely, do you want some sugar with that tea? Alrighty, let's go to question number 5. That's good, Rami. That's good. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're new to what's going on this YouTube, I apologize for our environment. I'm in the car broadcasting. Then maybe you can post questions and people will tell you what's going on. I'm looking for, there it is, question number 5 from Eminem. Hey, buddy, how you doing? I'm sorry I don't get to talk to you as much as I want to. I'm proud of you, by the way. I'm proud of you. Question from, I had Delta get a hold of you last week. I know he talked with you and I was relieved about that. Question from our analyzer at ktfalways.com from Militiaman Frank. The similarities to what Iraq is doing with, I already saw, I know what you're going, I know you're That's why you're an analyzer. You're not supposed to, okay. You're just supposed to analyze. You're not okay. That's a good question, though. Frank, the similarities of what Iraq is doing with China in respect to, and Chalet in New York is not by coincidence, is it? With the Kurds. Well, no. everything I say to you is well calculated. I don't want to say that it's in code. Hold on, we're spinning. Gosh, I don't know. Can you hear me right now, family? When it spins, can you hear me? Should I stop or do I keep talking? Back now. It's hard to tell when I should start talking or when I should stop. But can you hear me when it spins? Answer that question. Can you hear me when it's spinning?
I can hear you.
What, babe?
I can hear you when it spins.
You can hear me when it spins. No, 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 no. Alrighty, I understand. So when I see it spin, I'll stop, and then I'll go ahead and talk. Let's go back to question number 5 from Eminem, KTFA analyzer. He said that the similarities to what Iraq is China in respect to the Belt Road Initiative and Chalet in New York is not by coincidence, is it? Nor is Halabusi with the Kurds. No, everybody's getting theirs, Eminem. As you know, everybody's getting theirs because everybody's been doing a pretty good job. They've been working. Those that haven't have been eliminated. Yeah, and I think you already probably know who those were. Some of them tried to ostracize President Trump's ideas at the G20s, and they went off on their own, and they threw a bunch of bricks at each other. But I told you, that's not going to work. It's going to fail. It will implode within a year. Ta-da. And yeah, I believe that, what did I also say? Let me see. Where you at, Marty? He's in China. No, he's not. Is he in Iraq? No, he's not. Where is he? So when you look at things like that, or Halabusi with the Kurds, Chalet in New York, darn right, everybody's cashing in. No, that's the wrong word. No, everybody's having meetings of understanding of international status for Iraq. And whatever contracts were signed, whatever deals were made, they're being processed, maybe? Is that a good word? Yeah, they're being processed now. Whereas before there was a lot of mistrust. There's a lot of eagerness. Now, I told you, in my opinion, it's a freaking paradigm shift. It's even happening in the Democratic Party. I'm fascinated by this. I'm a gatherer of information. There's a lot of information to gather. Next question. If you're, oh, Rami, if you're new, you can, oh, okay, thank you, Rami. Next question. Question number 6. Thank you, by the way, Claire. Question number 6. From our KTFA Premium member, I'm Just Me. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? Good day. A good day to you. A good day. I appreciate you all. Do you know of any plans for all citizens of the United States financially, like the HCL in Iraq? No. Wouldn't that be nice? No, it's not going to happen. Those laws, those districts, those areas, they were established, yeah, decades ago. And no, our government is using our oil for other reasons, to protect the American citizens. Also, we do have oil reserve supply, but you'll never know those numbers. You can't. And when you look at what happened with the bombing in Saudi Arabia, well, that gives us, the United States of America, the confidence to tell bad people like Iran, you didn't even make a dent. Think twice. So, no, I don't think that the United States will ever allow American citizens to receive any type of royalty from any oil or minerals in the ground. They're already spoken for. Now, if you are a private owner and you got your own land, like in Texas, or in Oklahoma, or far out west, yeah, Yeah, I'm sure that something can be done, but only for that, the property owner. Obviously, he gets to share his rights. But that's about it. Question number 7, Claire. Poor Rami's taking out a bunch of people, man. Rami's at war. Get him, Rami. You watching that walking stick? I told you he was a bulldog. Question number 7 from Bearsin. Cinn. Bear Cinnamon, maybe? Is that what that is? Greetings. I think you're new. I don't believe I actually try to remember everybody's name on my form. Can you believe that? One time I had to remember 91 amino acids of something called a Krebs cycle. So I took the letter of each amino acid and I created a long sentence. When I had the exam, I went to the professor and I said, "Sir, watch this." And I wrote out the long sentence because I memorized only the first letter of each amino acid. And when he looked at it, he said, "What's that?" I said, "That's the Krebs cycle, all 91 amino acids." And he's like, "What?" So I told him, I said, "Look, Adam means," and I went down the list with the first letter. And when he was done, he was like, "You better ace this test." I said, "Yeah, I plan to." So I do actually know all my KTFA family members. One day I will meet everybody and I will bow to them, and then I will squeeze the toothpaste of them with a hug. And I usually give a kiss on the cheek as well too. Anyways, question number 7. Will the KTFA forum remain open to continue with watching Iraqis process or progress and news in case we are interested in articles about investment opportunities? Absolutely not. Nah. 11 years is a long time for me. Actually, it's longer for me because I bought mine 1 week after De La Rue was commissioned by the IMF. It was April 2004. I established KTFA because I believe very strongly. When they asked me, "Would you lead us with your information?" I said, "No." Are you crazy? I'm in the medical field. No. I own a restaurant with my family. No, thank you very much. But after a month, I realized what happened on the forum that I was at. I made a post, and within 30 days, 1 month exactly, we had almost a million hits. So I told him, I said, "Look, I tell you what, I'll help, but only under this condition, that you allow me to call it something to honor the father." You see, I involved in this investment is the reason why I'm involved in this investment is because I strongly believe that from the same place where the 4 rivers met, from the very same place, I mean, truly from the same place that the Garden of Eden was at, from the same place that the Tower of Babel was at, that's from the same place where the Hanging Gardens of Babylon were, from the same place where Baghdad is at today. I mean, I truly feel that a second wealth transfer is coming to the church. I am the church. I have the responsibility to be the steward of this money. And just like the first wealth transfer for Mary and Joseph, for baby Jesus to accomplish his mission in his 33 years. It was a caravan. It was huge. I will not fail my Heavenly Father again. So I will not continue to study, but this I shall do. Our teams will post the name of banks, their spread, their exchange rate, their fees, their FDICs if they're covered, the bank manager, the address, the phone number, 800, 800. Stop it, bad boy. That's what we will do. We'll follow through, and we will show you the places that you can go, that you can call, on your own, not with us. Question number 8. Question number 8 from Sorpio. CBI IQ. Are they changing? Testing? Ready? CB. I don't know how smart they are. CBI IQ. Are they changing? Testing? Ready? CBI
That's the
IQD?
website.
Huh?
That's the website.
Oh, see, thank you, Jan. Smart. CBI dot. I can now see it. IQ. That's probably what he's got to be meaning. Are they changing? Are they testing? And who's asking that? Serpico. You know that there was a movie about a detective one time out of New York, and it was called Serpico. I think it was Al Pacino that played the part. Or Dustin Hoffman. I can't remember. You know, good intel gatherer, are you? Let me ask you something, Serpico. Have you been watching the CBI website? I hope this is your question, by the way. Have you been watching the CBI website? Oh, you have. Well, good for you. Have you noticed the pattern when it shuts down? Oh, you have. Good for you.
Hello.
Hang in there, sister. Just 12 more hours and then you can go home. I like her. She's like,
No, she said,
she said, you funny. You funny.
Thank you.
God bless you. Take care, man. Bye-bye.
You too.
She rolled her eyes again. Boy, she gave me a look. Oh, dang, Jack. Okay, what was I talking about?
Scorpio.
A Scorpio. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Serpico.
Oh, hey, huh?
Serpico.
Serpico. Hey, Serpico. You have noticed, haven't you? Well, of course. I'm not going to get into anything like, telling you that they've got a backup screen. They put all this stuff that they have tested before, and they put it up there, and then they blank it so you can't see it. Also, pay attention to the internet. Notice what time it shuts down. Anyways, question number 9. Who's next? Question number 9. Number 9. The Beatles. Look at this one. How'd I get here? What's this person's name? DVS. How'd I get here? What's this about? Claire, is there another question? Question number 9. Here it is. How is Walking Stick doing? Pray for Walking Stick. Walking Stick suffers a lot. He's losing his hearing now. Next question, please. Next question, Claire. Thank you, Claire. Question number 10 is from Judy. In your opinion, is Saudi Arabia / United States of America waiting to do anything until the proof to the United Nations this coming week? We talked to you about it already. Honestly, it's no more talk. I took you as far as I could. I even told you I can only take you so far. Remember, and I did this, Kilroy and looking over and all that. The reason why is because these are military tactics now. This is military logistics. These are our men and women, and you don't put them in harm's way. What I talked about was common sense. Everybody knows that they're going to retaliate, and the best way to retaliate is the way that Donald Trump did. Did you see Saudi Arabia freeze any accounts? Well, sure they did. And you saw other allied countries obey the United States Treasury. So, to be honest with you, be honest with you, that which needs to be done has already been planned, and in my opinion, soon to be implemented as needed. But will we go to war with them? No. No. Next question. Question number 11. Poor Rami. He's poor. Oh, look at this guy. Have you heard of Iraq moving to phase 1 in their economy? That's a good question. They're past phase 1 too in their economy. There are 2 reforms. There's an economic reform and a monetary reform. Both of them are done in phase 2 going into the 3rd phase. Question you should say is, how many phases are there? Well, how many weeks are left in the month of September? What is the opinion of my drawing? Question number 11. Frank, in your opinion, do you think that the political attacks against our president are hindering what he wants to accomplish with other countries? No. If anything at all, it's stimulating it. Imagine this. Imagine this. So, how you doing, China? Doing good. Doing good. Hey, Trump, what's up? Trump, what's the matter with you, man? Why can't you take care of your people? What? How dare you? I'm the president of the United States of America. You seen our economy? You want to compare? No, we don't compare. But we're just asking you. How come you let your people, yell at you and call you names and protest against you? I mean, stifle them. I mean, just get rid of them. Call Uncle Vito. Whatever you do, okay? Do what we do here in China. No. We are the land of the free, the great. No, absolutely not. We don't. You see, freedom of speech is so important to us, and that's what separates us from the animals. I know you can hear me. I know you hear me, but do you actually hear my words? And that's what I believe that many countries are experiencing. They are hearing Donald Trump's words very clearly. Whereas those that are jealous and angry or whatever reason, bitter, whatever reasons they have, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. You know what it's like? It would be like the opposing party for Ronald Reagan protesting and saying, we don't like him because he was an actor, he was a cowboy, and he rode horses crooked. Yeah, so we don't like him and we want to kick him out of the White House. A silly reason like that. But Ronald Reagan, look what he's doing. Gorbachev, tear the damn wall down. Now that's what we're talking about, None of this, well, we sit down and we sign a nuclear proliferation with you if you want. You want some money too, by the way? Can you believe that we gave them billions of dollars on top of that? Oh my God, Iran just laughed its head off at us. We did it again. We did it. This time, what's his name? Oscar? I don't know. Something. Oh, we did it again. Never again. So in my opinion, the countries, to answer your question, around the world are looking at Donald Trump and they're saying, dang, Jack, you got stuff under control pretty good. How about if we do something together? Next question. From Jay. Do you have any more info on the Mirror private banks? Yeah, but I can't give you any of that. That in itself was a present from me to you, actually from Walking Stick, because his firm, they have those 6 banks, 4 in Jordan and 2 in Iraq. So when they went to those meetings and they told them these are the banks. Oh, cool. And you that have a bank here in Iraq, you got to hook up with everyone with these banks. You understand? Okay. So, yeah, we have an idea. I'm not going to tell you that we know exactly, but that is something that the CBI will tell you. All I did was just to make you aware of the fact that they're going to do it. Then all of a sudden, what happened? I don't know. It was about 3 weeks ago. There's an article talking about the banks that will be linked internationally with what? The private banks of Iraq. Oh my gosh, Frank was right again. How did he know that? Because our teams have the same doggone banks that Iraq has, and they go to the same meetings that the CBI is educating the banks of Iraq. Next question. Question number 13. How you doing, Tank? You want to get in?
No.
Question number 13 from Casey. I heard that Iraq was on the OFAC list, and that means that some of the U.S. banks will not work with Iraq. Is that going to be a problem for us? They're not on the OFAC list. Who told you that? You heard, really? Okay, here we go with the gurus again. Well, wherever you got it from, tell them that they should get their Obama fact. No, they should get their facts right. Google it. I mean, granted, yes, I understand what you're going to say, that there are restrictions on them through the OFAC list, but the moment that they announce that they are international, which they already have. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, what they told the citizens today, this is how you do it. You got fill that out. Now put your card right here. There you go. Now where do you want to practice it? Come on, practice it with our electronic teller here. I'd like to send $5 to my aunt in San Antonio, Texas. Okay, go ahead and do it. Hit the button. Boom. Did it do it? Yeah, it did. Wow. Okay, real time, right? And that, in my opinion, is pretty much not on the OFAC list, but on the Article 8 list. Next question. Question number 14. Hey Matthew, how you doing? Can Iraq show on NASDAQ at 1190? Yeah, it does. But it doesn't trade very well. It's classified as penny stocks. Google penny stocks and understand that that's what you make pennies. um, but they signed with NASDAQ to start doing things on an international level of trade. Well, if that's the case, then you cannot trade at 1190. You have to trade at a rate that is internationally accepted. And then that's when you go to the IMF to find out, hey, what did you guys tell the CBI to do? To raise the value of their currency by removing the 3 zeros. Oh, so if they remove the 3 zeros, let me see, it's 0.0008591. Okay, let's move the 3 zeros to the right. 1, 2, 3.8, round out to 86 cents. Oh. Well, then our currency is going to be almost on par with the American dollar. It will be on par with it. Oh. Okay. Anyways, that's, I hope I answered your question. Yeah, it is, but it's worthless. Or is it? I don't know. Next question. Next question. Stephen D. Hey, Stephen. Do you Walking Stick, Delta, and teams foresee any way the can-kicking habits of Iraq may actually risk losing a huge upgrade in international credibility by being late or improperly preparing to? Yes, tremendously. You invite the girl to go to the prom with you, and you buy her flowers, you buy her, the ticket to get in there, you buy her dinner. I mean, you do everything, but she doesn't show up. Who you gonna beat up? Yourself, or who you gonna beat up? Oh my gosh, 4 years. Actually, it's been more than that. And all the assets that have been recovered, and all the favors, and all the people that are pouring into Iraq with loans and money. I mean, it's too obvious. They've already basically said what they're going to do with their currency. Come on, you know. So that is a massive. That is a massive wave of energy and power that is transcending across the ocean. How do you stop that? How do you stop that? I gave you an idea that maybe it's a little bit of a pause. Oh, shoot. That's about it. Next question. How many more questions, by the way? Let me know, Claire. In fact, we take it 12 more minutes. 12 more minutes, please. Do I had it up, but I don't see it. Oh, this must be it? No. Here it is. Sherry, but it's spelled different. I don't. I think you're new too. Welcome, Sherry. Sherry has a question. Question number 16. Frank, would you please stay with us and get us through the private satellite banks so us newbies don't get lost? Oh yeah. Well, you are gonna get those. You are. Once again, KTFA will shut down the study of any currency, any subject except the subject of spreading the word of God, not only to the four corners of the world, but to the five corners of the world. Envision a world map on a wall about 15 feet tall. Envision the movement of KTFA from one place to another with a lot of help, maybe from you. We have a lot of people that are part of us, corporate sponsors. These people are going to really, really help. KTFA will become a nonprofit organization, and that money will be used all around the world. Next question. Ten minutes, Claire. Frank, do you have an update on Worka Bank in relation on the cards being available to account holders? No. Worka Bank is going through some type of restructure. I mean, all the private banks in Iraq are going through that, but Worka is going through it at a higher output. I never got involved with Worka Bank. I never got involved with any banks. Is that a mosquito?
No.
Gotcha, you booger. I got him. I never got involved with any Middle Eastern banks. It's bad enough trusting my own banks here in the United States. No. Worka's going through growing pains. I know Citibank linked up with them. Maybe Citibank can help you. Worka does not really return your emails or phone calls either. And Mr. I from Worka has been moved, and that was a big mistake. But you're asking me, Frank, do you have a update on Worka Bank in relationship to the cards being available? Worka should be teaching the citizens as well too that are walking into their bank. Hey, look at these cards. Look at Max Headroom here. Next question. Do you have another question, Claire? Are we done, Claire? Oh, we're done. There she is. Copy that. I'll tell you what. Real quick. Real quick. Let me just look up. Oh, dear me. Deniers, Trump secret weapon. Nope, that's not a question. Frank, Fifth Third here have it looks like 500,000 limit. Do I know of this? Do I know? I don't understand the question. Have a question. Do you think that President Trump will go after OPEC soon for departing money from the people around the world? No. He's not pleased about it, but no. No, he's busy doing other things right now. Is there any way to invest in the Iraqi stock exchange before they go live with NASDAQ? Yeah, get a hold of a broker. Tell him you want to trade Iraqi stock, he'll do it for you. Really? You don't know that? Please be careful with what you're doing. Okay, so you know that a match will start a fire, but do you know that that match can also start a forest fire? Be careful. You're asking a question that you shouldn't be asking if you're thinking about buying stock, because you should know this answer already. Be careful, especially penny stocks. All right, I'm not telling you not to buy them. I'm not telling you to buy them. Okay. All righty. Let's see. Hello from Canada. Can you help with information for Canada in the monthly paying group? In the monthly paying. Oh, yeah. You mean premium on our form? Look, if there's anybody that doesn't like to use PayPal, just call me. You know my phone number, 419-283-2552. Now, here's what I do. Today we had a few. They say, I don't want to use PayPal. I said, here's my address. You can send me a check. Tell me what you want. 1 month, 2 months, whatever you want. I will credit your account inside of KTFA under your username right now. I'm not going to wait until your check gets here. I trust you. If it doesn't get here, it doesn't get here. I give a lot of premium away. Okay, hello from Canada. Is there another question? No, it doesn't look like it. So let's end it. And let's say to each other, God bless you. Thank you for tolerating this mess for tonight. I appreciate it. I'm not going to do a YouTube tomorrow. No. So you join me on Monday. I'll do a quick YouTube, talk a little bit, and then we'll switch it over and I'll go to my live stream where I'll horse around for a couple of hours. And then at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we get started. By the way, you remember I told you that my broker still had some millions in 10Ks and some millions in 5Ks, and he was selling it for the same price as we're selling the 25Ks? That's good. Are they all gone?
I don't know.
I think three.
5K.
Yeah, I think we have 3 of the 5K millions left. That's it. I just don't want to talk tomorrow. Don't be upset, all right? It's probably the second time that I haven't done a YouTube during the day after day after day after day. So I leave you all in peace. God bless you. You understand what happened today, right? Here, your question should be, let me give you 3 because I like things in 3s. If you was to ask me those questions, Frank, how many phases are there left in the monetary reform of the Iraqi dinar? Frank, what are they going to show them tomorrow? And number 3, if they're using the old coins, as the example. And today they showed it to them as the example of what they're about to bring out, the coins, the fills, bring them back again. And that's a key, because when they said we're bringing them back again, well, that's the fills, because they didn't have the coins before. So my question, my third and final question would be, what are they using as an example for the paper new small category notes? Y'all take care. God bless you. I'll be with you on Monday, and we'll study again, okay? And for our KTFA, what is it? KTFalways.com. For you members, I'll be with you tomorrow night. God bless you. Aloha. Aloha naka'ai. Uhiho. Bye-bye. Oh, yeah, I'm supposed to turn it off, right?
Push the X.
Push the X.
Yep.
Last time I did that, my left leg fell asleep. Are you sure that's the right thing to do?
There's no other X but that one.
Okay, let me push the X. Ooh. Oh, it says, it gave me an option. That first, it says, are you sure you want to stop streaming?
Yep.
I'm not screaming.
Stream. Stream.
Oh, are you sure you want to stop streaming? I said, okay. So push this button. End.
Uh-huh.
End. Bye. Bye.